I'm on a mission to hike across Pembrokeshire's beautiful southern coastal path, visiting some of the stunning beaches, amazing rock formations and even do a bit of wild camping. But after walking 19.5 kilometres over the course of 7.5 hours, I've really hit a wall with lack of water and energy. Oh, energy levels are so low now. In this episode, my previous thoughts of what the Pembrokeshire coast is really like is completely shattered and the best is yet to come. But of course, not everything goes to plan. Alright, it was a bit touch and go there for a minute. And after a short rest and a sudden burst of enthusiasm, I'm ready to persevere for another couple of hours to make it to my final destination, Green Bridge. Okay, I think it's time. Oh, my shoulders really hurt. I honestly don't think my shoulders have hurt this much ever. Oh, even like those long travel days when you're carrying everything. Oh, they're gonna really hurt tomorrow. Oh, okay, here we go. Golden hour is upon us. All right, let's go to the thing that inspired this whole trip. Is just down there. So let's go check it out. Out of the way, let's keep going. There's a couple more things I want to see before sunset. There you go, check those out. This is what's known as Huntsman's Leap. I actually thought I was going to jump it, but it looks way too big to even jump. Let's have a look how big this leap actually is. Mate, anyone who's done that has got balls of steel. I swear. Because that is quite big. I was genuinely thinking that I might do it because it looks so much smaller from over there, but yeah. Well, there you go. All right, now it's pretty much a straight walk to Green Bridge, which is kind of where I want to wrap up and start setting my tent up. So let's see how to get there, and hopefully it's not too long. I'm going to rest for the night. Can you hear that? Maybe it's coming from the military vehicles to deceive you. Looks like it might be a nice sunset if those clouds can get out the way. Did you know the rocks from Stonehenge are actually from Pembrokeshire? I'm not sure where, maybe even Freshwater West where we're going to go, but they're from Pembrokeshire, which is quite cool. But nobody knows how they got there. The many mysteries of life. So quiet right now. Not even the waves are crashing. This is going to be where I set up and watch the sunset, but look, that bloody kink is in the way. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there in time. Let's see if we can make it. And this bay down here is called Bullslaughter Bay. It's got some cool rock formations there as well, but let's try and make sunset. Doesn't look good, guys. I think it's already set. Never mind. Alright, I feel like we're getting a spot around here to set up camp. Okay, maybe a little bit too close to the edge. Let's keep going. This is the Cauldron, and it seems like quite a good place to camp, even though it's a touristy spot, but it'll do because it's off the main road and it's kind of like behind these big things. So there's even dips in between the big ones, which I guess is maybe why it's called the Cauldron. I don't know, or it's this up here. Okay, I thought this was just a little dip, but no sir. Right, I'll head back, but we're gonna have to check that out tomorrow and set our tent. As the darkness drew in, I began to set up my tent. Things just weren't clicking into place and the tent wouldn't go up. I struggled to even see a foot in front of me, let alone read the instructions. To top it off, over in the distance I could see a thunderstorm brewing and the wind really started to pick up. Knowing I was feet away from a 50-meter cliff edge in the pitch dark, I knew I needed to make a decision. So, as you might recognise, I'm not quite where you left me last night. It didn't go according to plan. So basically I tried setting up the tent in a place called the Cauldron, where it was kind of dipped into the ground, and couldn't get the tent up. This is the first time I've put that tent up. I didn't know how it was going up. And it started to get windy and I was on a cliff edge, and I sort of imagined stuff blowing away and all the rest of it, so I just went for a walk and found this chapel. I had fully committed to just sleeping on a bench at the chapel or something, but after sitting down, composing my thoughts, having a little pep talk with my mate Smit, I decided to just collect myself and get the tent up, and I managed to. All right, it was a bit touch and go there for a minute. Now, I don't know if it's still being used, but it looked very creepy last night. This morning, I'm going to check this out. There's a little kind of derelict town down there I wonder if I can get to. And we're going to continue this trek, hopefully finish it today. There's no reason why we shouldn't. There's not a lot of things to see today. It's mainly just walking. So with that, let's get this tent packed up and have a little peruse. No one criticised my packing. That went in first time like a glove. So now, let's check out these ruins. Actually first, let's eat this breakfast. Okay, very nice. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday, shall we? Oh, and by the way, whilst I've got you on some kind of tripod, but this is what I'm rocking. I've got my not even a camping backpack. It's just a Peak Island everyday backpack. Link in the description. And I've kind of tied my sleeping bag to the bottom, and then somehow kind of wrapped this around there, so it hooks on. I was going to carry this, but yeah, I managed to find that, and it pulls on my shoulders and my collarbones are really hurting right now, so yeah, it's not come without its I thought I was the camera then, but it'll also be interesting to see now what I walked in pitch black last night, what actually is around, because yeah, it was so dark I couldn't see a thing. I was just kind of following maps on my phone. And in case you didn't know as well, wild camping is actually illegal in the UK. I think there's a couple. I think I read Ireland and Scotland are okay with it, but it's illegal in most of the UK. And I think as long as you don't leave rubbish lying around, and you don't leave a mess, then you're just not gonna spoil it, or you're not gonna make the government or whoever take action on people doing it. But technically it's illegal, but you should don't be a dick. Now I'm walking back this way, and you can see this was pitch black, but you can see how close I was in the pitch dark to cliff edges. Look how close it was. Oh my god. Right, we are at the Cauldron, and we'll go see it in a sec, but the reason why I came back is in my futile attempt to put the tent up. I might have lost a few of these pegs, and I can already see 2 now. Look. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Cauldron. Oh my god. Oof. It's not even that windy, but I don't want to get too close. How epic is that? And the other 2 spots we're going to see are literally just over there, so not far to walk. Look, and I think these things are for rock climbers going down there, or maybe even down there, I don't know. But imagine your life being completely dependent on that thing right there, that you don't even know who put it in, you don't even know how they put it in, and it's bent already. Whew. That's got to be about 50, 100 meters. Oh, and then there's the Cauldron. As amazing as it is, I'm kind of be glad to get away from all these cliff edges, because they scare the heck out of me. Here we have Elegug Stacks. Kind of crazy to think that this probably connected with that at one point, and that has just eroded away. Geology rocks. And there's even a viewing platform. Here we have Green Bridge. Pretty much made it. This is pretty much the last kind of stop on the kind of tour here of all these rocks and coastal kind of things. But that's what it was all for. It's cool as. Okay, so now it's pretty much a walk to Freshwater West. I'll have to double check, because there's a lot of Ministry of Defence owned land around here, but should be there in maybe a couple of hours. So it's just walking now, and if I see anything interesting we'll stop. But let's get to Fresh West and end this puppy. Over the course of the next 2 hours, I was left alone with my thoughts, considering how I got to where I am now. All the way back at Church Door Cove in Manabia, feeling refreshed, ready and excited, and those early hours of sun-kissed hiking to the amazing Stackpole Head, my first glimpse of what was to come. And even all the way up to the disaster that was camping in the Cauldron, I couldn't help but smile. I actually couldn't believe that something so breathtaking was right on my doorstep all those years ago, and I took it for granted, which is something I think we all do from time to time. But if there was ever a reminder to enjoy what you have, where you live, and the people around you, then this was it. I think that's why I make these videos, to really make the most of my time on this ball of rock that we call Earth, and inspire others to do the same, to document my time and relive my adventures, and maybe one day share that with my family long after I'm gone. I'm once again reminded that it's not all about the destination, but the moments in between that surprise and delight you. Stumbling across hidden beaches and discovering the secret alien structures. All this would never have happened if I didn't fully appreciate that it's the journey that makes it all worthwhile. And we've made it to Freshwater West. This is actually the last stop on this tour. Oh, I'm knackered. Got to see a thing up there, the Harry Potter surprise. And then I've got to figure out how I'm gonna get home, but oh, I need to rest for a bit. Made it! And here it is. Dobby's grave. Which looks in tatters, to be honest, but there you go. Harry Potter themed ending. So with that, I'll end here. If you've tuned in for the whole thing, thank you so much. It's been very hard. It's raining now. Don't know how I'm gonna get home, as per usual. But I really enjoyed this one. A great challenge. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.